Okay, so today we're going to be making a ninja star, which is part of modular origami. You can see that we have 8 sheets of different colored paper here, and we're going to be making the same basic unit out of all these different pieces. First, we'll start off in rainbow order with this pink sheet of paper. What I'm going to do is fold it over so you see that the white side is showing, and we're going to fold it in half first. And to do that, I'm going to try and make the corners line up really nicely first, and after the corners line up, then you can just kind of hold those in place and then make the crease coming down. Once you've made that fold, which you may want to use your nail to sharpen, you're going to bring the corner up into the very center of the paper, and then that's going to go right along that fold that you just made. And you're going to flatten that down as well. On the other side of that fold, you're going to bring the corner up just the same as you did before, and then also make that a nice sharp crease. Right? And then you can just fold along that original fold in the middle of the sheet of paper that you made. And then the next step is just to bring the very bottom corner all the way up into the top. So we're going to fold that over and again bring that crease down. And once that's made, you can kind of see the shape that your module is going to look like, what one piece will look like. But first, what we'll do is we'll flip it over and we'll kind of make that fold again and open it back up. So now we can actually see what one piece of this module is going to look like. It's going to be a little parallelogram outline like this. And we're going to open this up, and what we're going to do is sort of make our diagonal folds kind of point out. And we're going to try to get that bottom piece here to come up to the middle of the piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is actually just kind of make those folds sort of point out, okay, by making them point different ways, and then we're just going to push it in, and that piece just sort of collapses on itself really nicely, and you've made your first modular piece. We're going to go ahead and repeat that and get our second piece done the same as our first one. And once we have that done, then we can actually take both pieces and have them sort of oriented in the same way. You can see that the point is towards the right, and it opens up at the top. We're going to take the piece in the right, and I'm just going to rotate that about 90 degrees and flip that. And that's just going to sit right inside the piece next to it. So you can see that there are a couple little flaps that sort of hang over, and we're just going to fold them over one layer of the red sheet, and then we'll flip that over and put that pink flap right over a layer of that red piece of paper as well inside that module. And you can kind of test it out and see that it slides. And once we have those pieces together, we're going to repeat that process, because basically what we're doing here is we're going to be assembling everything in the ring that you saw in the photograph at the beginning of this video. And once we make the ring, that ring is going to be able to be pushed into a star. So you can kind of repeat that for the pieces and making sure everything kind of fits together nicely. Once we get to this step where we are making the last piece, I just want to show you, we're going to basically, you can see that this piece, there are some flaps that are eventually going to be coming over, but first we have to get the 8th piece in. We're going to put the 8th piece in just like we did with every other piece, and get that to line up. We're going to fold the flaps over on both sides, and now we sort of have to wiggle the beginning of our structure into the 8th piece. So we're going to put that in and kind of bend it a little bit. And the only difference with this is that you already have a piece of paper there, so instead of folding over, you want to make sure you kind of get into the right layers. So you can see that with the purple piece, you want to get right over the pink piece, between the pink and the red on one side, and fold that over. We're going to flip it over and do the same thing. So if you imagine there are 3 layers there, you want to get it right in between of paper. And once we get that folded over and kind of push that down, we can sort of push the whole structure together and have it all slide at the same time, and that makes your ninja star. And you can just like tuck in anything that becomes loose at that time. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the box below. Thanks.